Pippi poops a lot. That's his name. Pippi poops a lot. Hey, what was it? Pippi poops a lot.
And we are coming live to you from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. It's Cleveland Heights High School hockey taking on the Strongsville Mustangs here tonight in a Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League conference game here tonight from 1 Monticello Boulevard, the Cleveland Heights Community Center. And coming to you live from the Cleveland Heights Community Center, it's Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League action tonight. Your Cleveland Heights Tigers will take on the Strongsville Mustangs. These teams meeting in yet another game this year. They will be playing for their 4th time this season, but first time in league play, as the teams have played 3 times so far this season, all in tournament play. Good evening, everybody. I'm Pat McGuire. Welcome inside HeightsTigers.com. This live broadcast brought to you at ch-UH Schools on YouTube.com. Follow all of Heights Tigers Athletics on Twitter at Go Heights Tigers and on Instagram at Heights Tigers. Be sure to follow our sports website, heightstigers.com, to keep yourself up to date with all the things going on around Cleveland Heights High School. But tonight we are here at 1 Monticello Boulevard in Cleveland Heights for the Tigers versus the 17-9-1 Strongsville Mustangs. Cleveland Heights entering this game coming in. They will be playing the Mustangs, like I said, for the 4th time this season. The Tigers took on Strongsville early on in the season in the Midwest Thanksgiving Classic up in northern Columbus. They lost that game, did the Tigers, 2-1 in the championship of the Midwest Chiller Championship. 2-1 in overtime, did the Tigers. And then later on in the season, the Tigers actually just coming off of a loss to Strongsville on January 21st. They lost that game 5-4 in the Ehrenfeld Memorial, which is the tournament hosted every year at the Strongsville Recreational Center, hosted by the Strongsville Mustangs. So the Tigers will be playing Strongsville for the first time at home tonight from the Cleveland Heights Community Center, as I mentioned, the Tigers coming into this game at 13-10-2, and in league play, the Tigers sitting at 4-4. They stand, in terms of the standings, they stand at 2nd place in the Red North Division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. So we're about 5 minutes away from the opening puck drop here from Cleveland Heights High School, from the Cleveland Heights Community Center rather, but we'll get you some starting lineups for each team. Starting for your Cleveland Heights Tigers, starting in net, will be senior Daniel Lewis. Lewis entering the game, he's got 18 starts coming into tonight, a goals against average of 3.75 in 816 minutes. He posts a record of 8-9-1. He's got 1 shutout to his credit, facing a total of 558 shots, averaging out to 30.8 shots per game. Daniel Lewis posting an 87.81 save percentage for the Tigers. So the senior Daniel Lewis will be back there in the cage for the Tigers tonight, and head coach Eddie Babcock. The rest of that starting lineup coming for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Eli Weisblatt, the sophomore, will be starting at the right wing. Claude Lewis on the defensive line. Number 17, Owen Lang, will be at center. Justin Rink at the left wing. And then a new addition to the starting lineup in the defensive pairing will be Nate Rzepka. The junior, will be cracking the starting lineup for the Tigers. Defense has been a bit of a struggle for the Tigers, as Coach Eddie Babcock's looking for a bit of a new look. Claude Lewis, of course, a mainstay there in that defensive pairing back there by the blue line for the Tigers. But the Tigers hit a bit of a skid January 11th and 12th, allowing 7 and 6 goals respectively. And then, of course, in the last game, allowing 5 goals to the Strongsville Mustangs. The Tigers look to get out early, with Daniel Lewis being the backstop there for the Tigers. Mentioned that 87.81% save percentage. He's only allowed 68 goals in 18 games, posting that 8-9-1 record for the Tigers. Head coach Eddie Babcock's heading into his 11th season for Cleveland Heights at the helm. And of course, the Cleveland Heights Community Center, home of the Cleveland Heights Tigers hockey, the 1987 state champions. The Tigers looking to make their way into OHSAA playoff success here, as there are only 3 regular season games left for Cleveland Heights. Tonight against Strongsville at home, and then of course Thursday, January 31st, taking on Rocky River here at home again, as the Tigers look to get a little bit of home cooking going before they head out on February 3rd to Kent State University to take on Hudson. So the Tigers will take on the Strongsville Mustangs here tonight as the Mustangs enter this game 17-9-1. They have a goals against average of only 2.89 goals per game. So the Tigers of Cleveland Heights will have their hands full with the goaltender of Nick Harris for the Strongsville Mustangs. Going to be important for Owen Lang as well as Justin Rink and Eli Weisblatt to get the puck moving, as Coach Eddie Babcock's talked with him before the game. The Tigers cannot allow the puck to get stagnant, because when there's not enough man movement there in the offensive end for the Tigers, the puck seems to stick, and then nothing ever good comes out of the puck sticking in the offensive zone for the Tigers. So that will be a key early on in this game for the Tigers to get out and get a lot of man movement, as well as moving the puck from defense to defense. That was a big emphasis in practice this week for the Tigers, is Claude Lewis and Jake Rzepka trying to get that puck near the blue line, send it in. If they don't have a shot on net, they send it into the zone and try to get something moving early on in the game so that the Tigers can be aggressive on the offensive end. So we'll bring you the starting lineup for the Strongsville Mustangs. In goal, as I mentioned, will be Nick Harris. The defensive pairings will be number 8, Cam Modoleski, number 12, Devin Martineau, and then the center for the Strongsville Mustangs, number 28, Logan Schramm, number 9, Jake Schutte at right wing, number 25, Ryan Sutz will be on the left wing. Under a minute away from the puck drop here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. Thank you for joining us in at HeightsTigers.com. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors that allow us to bring together these live stream broadcasts. Panini's Coventry, get 10% off any game day food purchase. Order at Panini's Coventry today. And then, of course, the New Heights Grill, the wine spot at 2271 Cedar Road. And, of course, the sponsor of our pregame and postgame shows, as well as the intermission shows for our first hockey broadcast, the Nova Title Agency. That will do it for the Nova Title Agency pregame show. In a few moments, we will have the playing of our national anthem, as well as the team introductions and the puck drop here from Cleveland Heights Community Center. Take a quick break here inside the Nova Title Agency, just moments away from puck drop here for the Cleveland Heights Tigers and the Strongsville Mustangs. So there is the starting lineups for the Strongsville Mustangs. As I mentioned, in net will be Nick Harris. And the defensive pairings will be number 8, Cam Modoleski, Devin Martineau, and then number 28, Logan Schramm at center, Jake Schutte on the right wing, Ryan Sutz on the left wing. And now for the introductions of your Cleveland Heights Tigers. So the starting lineup for your Cleveland Heights Tigers, in net will be Daniel Lewis. As I mentioned before, Daniel Lewis coming into this game, an 8-9-1 record for Eddie Babcock's and the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Will now pause for the playing of our national anthem. So there you have it, the playing of our national anthem, the Star Spangled Banner. Now the Tigers and the Mustangs of Strongsville High School are set here from another Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League game, as there's only 3 games left in the regular season for the Tigers. They stand so far, they stand at 13-10-2 to the Tigers. Tigers fighting for their playoff hopes. They've got this game tonight, and then of course January 31st coming up against Rocky River, as the Tigers actually defeated Rocky River High School in Rocky River pretty handily, 7-2 earlier on in the season. So the Tigers look to continue hopefully bringing up some, turning the tides tonight against the Strongsville Mustangs, as the Heights Tigers have lost 2 games already this season to the Strongsville Mustangs, both of which coming in tournament play. So this is the first more traditional league play for the Tigers against the Mustangs. They will have that game against Rocky River coming up at home January 31st. We'll have that one also live broadcast to you. And then, of course, February 3rd, hitting the road are the Tigers for their last game of the season, heading to Kent State. So now it will be a face-off. Owen Lang for the Tigers will be at center circle. Logan Schramm for the Mustangs, as the Mustangs come away with that one. Jake Schutte will enter the zone, and dumped in by Schramm. Puck to the near boards. There is Devin Martineau around behind Daniel Lewis. Mustangs now to the near side. 15 minutes on the clock, as are all Ohio High School Athletic Association hockey games. First opportunity coming for the Mustangs. Couldn't be controlled there by Jake Schutte at the right wing. Back out to the blue line. Quick shot taken there by Devin Martineau, but the Tigers will control and dump through center all the way back down towards the end line of the Mustangs, but no icing on the Tigers. So taken away for the Tigers, Justin Rink tries to get one there, but he's handcuffed as the puck easily taken away and cleared by Nick Harris along the far boards. Fighting for it there, Ned Trevisano getting his first ice action. The Tigers regain it. Justin Rink is there. Centering pass goes wide for Ned Trevisano. Now it's a 2-on-2 for the Mustangs. Ahead now is Logan Schramm. Tries the right-handed shot. No good there. It's actually, that was Ryan Sutz on the shot. A follow-up shot coming from Ryan Sutz is cleared away by Daniel Lewis. Now the Tigers coming the other way. It's Ned Trevisano. Stick save there from Nick Harris as he clears that to his stick side. The Mustangs will control back behind their own cage. 13:30 left to go in this opening frame. The Mustangs taking it to center. Across the center line is Logan Schramm before he taking a big hit on the near side by Ned Trevisano. Puck out for the Tigers in their own zone. Now gaining center are the Tigers. That's Justin Rink on the far side. He dumps that one down behind Harris. Picking up is Martineau in the near corner. Plays it along the near boards. Looking for his teammate Rajecki. Nate Rajecki there. Can't control in center, so it'll come back to the Tigers. Trevisano trying to play that one forward for Ethan Quill, but just lofted all the way back down, as that one will bounce harmlessly behind Daniel Lewis. Puck fought for on the near boards. Taking that one away is Martineau. Back out, Nate Rajecki. Tried to control near the blue line, but dumps it into the near corner for the Mustangs. Trevisano picks up for the Tigers. Will take it, trying to take it to the near boards, but he is intercepted there by Devin Martineau. Deckard Mann giving chase back there in the Tigers' defensive zone. First shot coming from the Mustangs is up and off the shoulder of Daniel Lewis. First save of the evening for the senior goaltender. Loose puck along the far side. Vince Holland in there, the freshman for the Tigers. First shot coming, another shot coming from the Mustangs as that one goes wide. Tigers looking to regain as this one goes through the center, but no icing will be called. Trying to clear behind his own net is Nick Harris, picked up by the Mustangs. Going the other way now, that's Schutte to center. Left-handed shot up and nearly hitting that top left corner was Nate Rajecki on the shot, and now taken away by the Mustangs. Weaving in there is Modelewski. So now Logan Schramm will control in the Strongsville zone. 11:36 left to go in this first quarter. High-paced action here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. Puck loose in the center, and offside will be called. Justin Rink just a little bit too far for the Tigers, so that Face-off will come back out to center as there is 11:28 left to go in this first period rather. Still thinking basketball. It's 11:26 left to go in this first period. The Tigers dump into the Strongsville zone. Back there to retrieve it is Cam Modoleski. Weaving past the Tigers there as he dumps it as far as center. Tried to be cleared, but only back to the center line for the Tigers. That's Rzepka back there getting the start tonight on the defensive pairing. Tigers pick up Justin Rink along the far side, controlled now by the Mustangs at the Tigers' blue line. Logan Tram back in there, saved by Daniel Lewis. That's 2 saves so far for the Tigers. Centering pass deflected, intended for Justin Rink, but now picked up for the Tigers. Taking this one is Owen Lang, the center, now weaving through the defense. He's going to try to wrap it around. Delayed penalty coming. Shot in front for the Tigers. No good. Justin Rink there. Still controlled, though, as a delayed penalty is coming up on the Mustangs. Cleveland Heights still controlling. Justin Rink had it, was looking to dump it in deep, but a penalty now coming on Strongsville at the 10:33 mark in this opening period. So the Tigers with the first opportunity, they will have a man advantage. 10:33 left to go in this first period. That penalty coming on Cam Modoleski. So a face-off will be coming to the far circle. Taking this one is Ned Trevisano for the Tigers. That one fought for and eventually won by the Tigers. Controlling is Vince Holland. Back out to the blue line, looking for Ned Trevisano, but that pass is errant, taken away by Nate Dubsky. And back to center onto the near side. Claude Lewis gains the zone. Now on the near side, trying to work against Jared Norman. And the wraparound pass there, no good. The Mustangs will control in their own zone, try to loft it, but deflected in at center. Reversing now is Claude Lewis, and picked up to the near side for Justin Rink. Rink gains the zone. He's got a 3-on-2. Controlling it is Owen Lang, and he will circle back and try to get this one to Trevisano. Trevisano with a decent shot, deflected away off the stick of Nick Harris. Weisblatt will pick back up. The left winger dumps it in. Taking this one is Ned Trevisano. That puck gets deflected in front of the Strongsville zone and cleared away as there's a minute left to go on the power play. 9:30 left to go in this opening period. The score still at 0. Owen Lang now with the puck for the Tigers, weaving in, gains the zone. He's going to try to take it himself, but just deflected away by the Strongsville defense. Actually, Jake Schutte back there, the right wing, able to dispossess Justin Rink. Logan Tram controlling in his own zone. The Tigers with a strong power play so far. 33 seconds left to go on the man advantage. 9 minutes left to go in the first period. Trevisano controls, will play it along the far boards, gets a great ricochet all the way out to center for Weisblatt, who dumps it in and controlled off of the stick of Nick Harris. 20 seconds left to go on the power play. The Mustangs will clear and bring on a line shift. So 10 seconds left to go on the power play. Score still at 0 as controlling in the Heights Tigers zone is Owen Lang. Ahead now, he's got it for Jake Rzepka. Now the penalty has expired. Heading out of the penalty box was Cam Modoleski. 8:27 left to go in this first period. Trevisano controlling in the far corner for the Tigers. Now out to Weisblatt. Try looking for a centering pass there, but deflected by the Mustangs defense. And now on the near side, Devin Martineau tries to clear that one, but at center, Deckard Mann will take that one. Right-handed pass out as the Tigers fall over themselves there at the blue line. Looking for Vince Holland was Deckard Mann, but that pass just a bit too far, and now the Mustangs avoid an offside, but they do have a chance here as a shot coming. Great save from Daniel Lewis. 7:50 left to go in the first period. The Mustangs had a 2-on-1 developing, but a great save there by Daniel Lewis with the right blocker. So the puck to the near boards. Coming in there was Eli Weisblatt. At the blue line, a shot lofted in there. Martineau controlling, and now a hand pass will be called on the Mustangs. So 7:34 left to go in this first period. Well done there with the right blocker save by Daniel Lewis. He's got 3 saves thus far in this opening period. The shot advantage coming for the Cleveland Heights Tigers as they did have a power play advantage. The faceoff won by the Mustangs. That was Nate Dubsky. The puck to the far boards. Vince Holland will throw it back behind. Centering pass is intercepted. Now Holland has a chance there. Just goes wide. Couldn't tell if that was a pass or a shot, but just wide there of Nick Harris in the net. Holland will try again. A high shot, and corralled in the center with the catching mitt was Nick Harris. Vince Holland lofted that one with his left-handed shot up at Nick Harris. So it will be a face-off on the near circle for Cleveland Heights. Owen Lang in there, but it's won by the Mustangs. Jared Norman sends it around and eventually controlled by Jake Schutte. Now into center, Nate Dubsky's got it. We'll dump it into the Cleveland zone, but cleared by Deckard Mann as far as the center line. Cam Moduleski back out there. Picking it up is Nate Rajecki, though, on the far boards for the Mustangs. A quick shot attempt deflected away by Dubsky. The shot from Dubsky deflected away. 6:45 left to go in this first period. Justin Rink picks up now, gains the zone along the near boards. Looking for a center pass, but deflected away by Seth Lee back there. So now the Mustangs pick up, and now deflected. Deckard Mann in the center will dump it back down into the Mustangs zone as that icing is now called off. 6:22 left to go in the first period. Tigers will pick up. Braden Rink there, the sophomore, will dump it back down, and controlled by the Mustangs. Jarrett Norman there behind his own cage, now to the near boards. Tried to be deflected, but taken away by the Tigers. Vince Holland is there. And now back out the defenseman, Devin Martineau. That puck goes loose. 5:55 left to go in this first period. A hectic pace so far between the Mustangs and the Tigers. And now an opportunity as Daniel Lewis will cover that one up. Looked like an opportunity was coming there for Ryan Sutz, the left winger for the Mustangs, but Daniel Lewis able to cover it up for the Tigers. 5:47 left to go in this first period. And winning that faceoff for the Mustangs, that was Nate Dubsky. And now an opportunity for the Tigers. It's a 2-on-0. Taking this one, Ethan Quill loses an edge, shoots it, and saved by Nick Harris. A 2-on-0 develops for the Tigers, and they didn't get a good shot off, so now it's the Mustangs' turn. It's a breakaway now, and weaving and not scoring was Martineau. Make that Logan Schramm for the Mustangs. Another shot coming in, saved by Daniel Lewis. So both teams with breakaway opportunities, neither of them capitalizing. 5:15 left to go in the first period. The score still scoreless. Ned Trevisano tries to control there as the Mustangs keep it in the zone. Regained there by Schramm before he is leveled after his shot. 5 minutes left to go. Controlling in the Tiger zone, now deflected away by the Mustangs. Picking up is Ned Trevisano. At his own blue line, weaves towards center, loses the puck, but all the way back into the Strongsville zone. The Tigers coming on a change, but not in time. It's a Jake Schutte with an opportunity. Shoots that one, just deflected off the catching mitt of Daniel Lewis. So the Mustangs with a little bit of momentum as this one is lofted towards the near boards by the Tigers. Picking it up there is Moduleski for Strongsville. And I believe that will be a penalty actually coming on. Check that, that will be an icing. That's an icing on the Mustangs. 4:29 left to go in this first period. So the faceoff will come back to the zone of the Strongsville Mustangs. Taking this one is Justin Rink. But one out by the Mustangs. Jarrett Norman behind his own cage. Intercepted by Eli Weisblatt. Trying for the centering pass, but it's deflected away and taken by Moduleski. Jarrett Norman there towards the near zone of the Strongsville zone. Picked up by Rink. Rink, and a tripping penalty will be called as Justin Rink intercepted the pass from the Mustangs. Took it on net, but was tripped up by the Strongsville Mustangs defense. So for the second time in this first period, Cleveland Heights will go on the man advantage. That penalty will be called on Kyle Zwarkowski. Can't believe I pronounced that one correctly, actually. Kyle Zwarkowski, number 15, 2 minutes for tripping. 4:10 left to go in this first period. The faceoff in the Strongsville zone. Norman around his own cage and tried to be cleared by the Mustangs, but picked up by the Tigers. Dumped into the near corner. Controlling there is Normant. He's had a lot of ice time on this first period, but now it's the Tigers' puck. Controlling back there behind the cage, that is Trevisano. He's got Eli Weisblatt behind him if he sees him, so it's 5-on-4 now for the Tigers. Back out Owen Lang at center. Tries to loft a little pass there to Claude Lewis, but can't be controlled, and now the Mustangs will look to clear it. 30 seconds have gone on the power play, so 3:30 left to go in this opening period. Justin Ring trying to control there as the puck goes dangerously in front of the net of Nick Harris and the Mustangs before being cleared by the defense. 1:10 left to go on the power play for the Mustangs. Tigers will start from behind their own cage. Ned Trevisano, controlling along the far boards, weaves in, takes a shot, goes just wide from the left-handed shot. That was actually Claude Lewis there. Tigers keep it in, giving chase on the near boards, Eli Weisblatt. Now Nate Rajecki will be able to clear it and now pick up a line change for the Mustangs, as Claude Lewis will pick up Owen Lang now on the far corner of the Tigers zone. Tigers looking to push it here as Owen Lang gains the zone. He's got speed. Now he'll try to take it himself. He weaves in, just has it deflected away by Nick Harris. A great shot there by Owen Lang. And now a breakaway coming for the Mustangs. Logan Schramm has it. He will control on the near boards, try to weave around the defense of Claude Lewis with 15 seconds left to go on the man up for the Tigers. Controlling now is Vince Holland. Left-handed shot deflected away and behind. 8 seconds left to go. Puck dangerously behind the end line as the Mustangs look to try to clear it. Kept in and actually out of the zone there was Deckard Mann, so the penalty will expire on the Mustangs. Puck controlled in the center by Justin Rink and dumped back into that Strongsville zone. Jarrett Norman will pick it up behind his own cage. To the near side, gives it over to Cam Modoleski. Controlling there and lofting forward from his own zone into the Tigers zone. Picking it up is Deckard Mann for the Tigers. 1:40 left to go in this opening period. Strongsville with the chance now. Shot coming from the center. Actually, it was intended for the blue line of Cam Modoleski. Now a little bit of a chance for the Tigers. Giving chase back there is Ethan Quill, but he is outraced by Modoleski and the Mustangs. 1:23 left to go in this first period. Tigers pick up at the blue line and send it back in behind Nick Harris. 72 seconds left to go in this first period. Tigers pick up now. It is Owen Lang with the chance. Gives it over. A shot coming from the Tigers. They score! Ned Trevisano with the assist from Owen Lang. The Tigers take the lead. 1:04 left to go in this first period. Owen Lang picked it up at the center line. Weaved in past the defense. It was a bit of a 3-on-2 for the Tigers. Lang took on essentially a double team, swung it over to Ned Trevisano, who put it top left corner for the Tigers. And Cleveland Heights now leading 1-0 with 60 seconds left to go in this first period. What a shot from Trevisano there. Deckard Mann at center. Tries to get it ahead to Justin Rink as it goes dangerously in front of Nick Harris. Now picked up by Owen Lang, back over to Trevisano on the far boards. As it is deflected back out there and controlled by Owen Lang. Back out to the blue line. Deckard Mann that's taken away by Owen Lang. And another shot coming here. Justin Ring shoots, he scores! 2 goals for the Tigers in 30 seconds. That one coming from... Holy smokes, what a goal there from the Tigers. I believe they will charge that one to Justin Rink. We will wait for the official wording, but top right corner for the Tigers now. The score 2-0 with 28.7 seconds remaining. So the Mustangs pick up in their own zone, now jumped back along the near boards, giving chase. There is Ned Trevisano. Your score 2-0. Cleveland Heights leading early here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. 8 seconds left to go in this first period. Tigers look to clear, does Claude Lewis with 3 seconds left to go. The puck is tied up in the far corner, and that will just about do it for the first period. So for 14 minutes, the Tigers and Mustangs were scoreless, but the Tigers open up a 2-0 lead at the end of the first period. What a flurry on offense from the Tigers. And stout defense from Daniel Lewis so far in this first period. So you know what that means. After 15 minutes, you are now inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report, as Cleveland Heights now lead the Strongsville Mustangs 2-0. Ned Trevisano getting the Tigers on the board early on with 1:05 left to go in the first period. His goal with the assist from Owen Lang. Lang picked it up, a loose puck at the center line. Took it through center, weaving into the Strongsville Mustangs zone, and then found a wide open streaking Ned Trevisano, who put it top left corner up and over the shoulder of Nick Harris. And then Justin Rink there just at the end of the first period, the Tigers doubling their lead to 2-0. So now as the Zamboni comes back out onto the ice, 50 minutes are gone. You're now inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report. We will take a quick break here, 12 minutes on the clock here at HeightsTigers.com. Your score, Cleveland Heights 2, the Strongsville Mustangs 0. So we'll take a quick break here on HeightsTigers.com and be back with you for second period action. We are back here inside the Nova Title Agency Intermission Report here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center after a wild first period for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Head coach Eddie Babcock and the Tigers lead 2-0 here against the Strongsville Mustangs in this league, Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League play. The Tigers leading 2-0. Those 2 goals coming off of 7 shots for the Tigers. And those goals coming from Justin Rink and Ned Trevisano. That Ned Trevisano goal coming at the 13:57 mark, assisted by Owen Lang. And then, of course, the Justin Rink goal assisted by Owen Lang and Ned Trevisano, that coming at the 14:27 mark in that first period. So the Tigers had 2 power play advantages, neither of them yielding anything for the Tigers, but they took advantage of the Mustangs coming off of a line change on their first goal as Owen Lang picked up the puck near the center line, entered in the Strongsville Mustangs zone, and then kind of just dumped it off for Ned Trevisano, who absolutely buried it top left corner of the goal over the right shoulder of Nick Harris. And then, of course, right back then, about 35 seconds later, Justin Rink on a great give and go play from Owen Lang. Owen Lang gave it to Ned Trevisano, who gave it to Justin Rink. And then Rink on the near side hit the other corner, the top right corner, up and over the left shoulder of Nick Harris of the Mustangs. So that makes the score 2-0. The Tigers had 2 power plays, as I mentioned. Just about as good of a period as you could have asked for head coach Eddie Babcock and the Tigers. We are 2 minutes and 30 seconds away from the resumption of this game here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. Just waiting for the Zamboni to get off the ice, and here come the Mustangs, headed back out onto the ice. This is a big league game for the Tigers this year, as the Tigers stand at their overall record, standing at 13-10-1. The Tigers are 4-4 in the Red Northeast division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. Ahead of them, the 7-0-1 Menor Cardinals, and then, of course, Rocky River standing at 5-1-2. So the Tigers firmly in third place, as they are 4-4 with 8 points in third place of the Red Northeast division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. But the Tigers looking to get themselves into greater position for the OHSAA playoffs. Coming up soon, the district tournaments coming up, sectional tournaments as well as district tournaments for Cleveland Heights. And of course the Mustangs of Strongsville, they are actually in the Red Central division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. The Mustangs standing at 5-4 in league play. They've got 10 points. They have a plus-minus of 9 points, whereas Cleveland Heights has a plus-minus of -4 and allowing 3.63 goals per game. But it is a different story here tonight so far, with a minute left to go in the Nova Title Agency Intermission Report. It's Cleveland Heights who have gotten out to an early lead. 2 goals coming from Justin Rink and Ned Trevisano. But it was Daniel Lewis in that first period. He faced 7 shots and completed 7 saves for the Tigers. So he will now head all the way down to the other end of the ice, as there is a fresh sheet of ice out there, easy for me to say, at the Cleveland Heights Community Center. So now the Tigers of Cleveland Heights will be heading right to left on your computer screen. The Tigers in their home white uniforms with gold and black trim, black numbers and yellow trim. The Strongsville Mustangs in their traveling green uniforms with white numbers. So there you heard the buzzer, and we will have a face-off from center ice. Ned Trevisano tips that one forward to Modoleski. Now the puck back at center. Picked up by Trevisano, will dump in to the left of Nick Harris. So the Tigers giving chase as that puck was just floated near Harris. Couldn't be picked up on the glove. But now the Mustangs to center. Back there is Claude Lewis on defense. He will pick up on the far zone, on the far corner of the Tiger zone, that is. So now on the near side, Nate Dubsky. The score 2-0. Cleveland Heights leading after 1 period. We are 30 seconds into this middle frame. Claude Lewis on the far corner, picked up by Ned Trevisano as it is lost and picked up by the Mustangs. Shot coming there, and a glove save and a beauty. That shot coming from Kyle Zworkowski. Kyle Zworkowski with the left-handed shot there rather, but saved by Daniel Lewis. So now make that 8 saves so far for the senior goaltender. And the face-off won by the Tigers on the near circle, picked up by Justin Rink. It's a 3-on-2 if the Tigers hurry. Rink with the right. Now a shot coming and deflected away from Nick Harris. That shot was Eli Weisblatt. Didn't get a whole lot on the shot there for the Tigers. So the Mustangs will regain possession. Thrown to the middle, but Nate Rzepka there to deflect it away as the puck goes harmlessly to the far corner, and Claude Lewis is there. Lewis looking for Rink, but that pass intercepted and regained again by the Tigers. So across his own blue line was Justin Rink. Now over to Eli Weisblatt. Will dump it behind the cage and try to get his own deflection. Just whiffing on the shot there was Justin Rink out in front of the net. 13:30 left to go in this second period. Moduleski picks up on the far boards of his own zone. Centering pass there, deflected, but not controlled by Logan Schramm. And now to center, Eli Weisblatt had it, but taken away on defense from Jared Norman. Norman tries to weave past the defense of the Tigers. Deflection out front, but couldn't be handled by Moduleski for the Mustangs. So each team with an opportunity and a deflection that couldn't be controlled. The puck is into the Mustang zone, but Eli Weisblatt was offsides there for the Tigers. So the face-off will come back out with 13:03 left to go in this second period. The face-off will come back out to center. Taking this one for the Mustangs will be Nate Dubsky, who wins that. Actually, the Tigers win that face-off. It's back inside the Mustang zone, controlled by Jared Norman, who changes direction and throws it along his own near boards. The puck back behind the net for the Tigers. There is Ned Trevisano, but he loses an edge. And now coming to the far corner was Vince Holland, the freshman, deflected back out to Trevisano. Controlled there by the Mustangs for Moduleski. Onto the near boards of the Mustang zone. Pass errant to the center. Braden Rink there, the sophomore, will dump it in, actually controlled by the Mustangs. Braden will try to control it there himself, but now picked up and controlled by Zworkowski. Zworkowski now tripped at a penalty coming on the Tigers, as not necessarily a smart penalty. 12:16 left to go in the second period. That tripping coming on Ned Trevisano. Looked like he was trying for the poke check, but got it in between the skates of Zworkowski, and Zworkowski was tripped up along the far board. So the Mustangs will have 2 minutes for tripping on Ned Trevisano. First big opportunity for the Mustangs. Each team so far earlier on in this period had a breakaway chance of their own, but neither capitalizing. The score remaining 2-0, 2 minutes left to go on the power play clock. So controlled at the blue line. Devin Martineau, it's the starting five back out. Dangerous pass for the Mustangs. Good save by Daniel Lewis. Wrap around here is Logan Schramm, but can't control it. A great pass there. The defenseman Devin Martineau on a diagonal pass there looking for Logan Schramm, but nothing coming of it. Now controlling is Moduleski at the blue line. 1:30 left to go on the power play for the Mustangs. Circling, and now a shot deflected away. That shot taken by Logan Schramm, the center, as puck deflected in front of Daniel Lewis and cleared away to safety by the Tigers. 1:15 left to go on the power play. 11:30 left to go in this middle frame. The Mustangs will start from behind their own goalie, Nick Harris. Running a weaving action here are the Tigers. Nate Rzepka controlled at center. And the puck is into the Tigers zone and almost offside, but now controlled by the Tigers. Nate Rzepka on the penalty kill. 52 seconds left to go on that penalty kill. Devin Martineau across to his defensive tandem, Cam Moduleski, his defensive partner. 40 seconds left to go on the power play, as the Mustangs not a whole lot going so far, only one shot on the power play. So now controlling at the blue line is Schutte. Schutte on the left-handed shot, tried to wrap it around, but now back out behind the circles. 24 seconds, shot coming from the blue line from Moduleski, and now cleared away by the Tigers. 15 seconds left to go on the power play. 10:30 left to go in this second period. Cam Moduleski on the near side. The defenseman weaves it past Justin Rink and gives it over to Logan Schramm, who gains the zone. Now a shot coming deflected. Looked like it was deflected off the skate of, that was Deckard Mann. And now the power play expires. The Tigers fight that one off. Ned Trevisano enters back, and he picks up the puck right away along the far boards. It is lost and regained by Nate Rajecki along the far boards. Looked like the Tigers, Ned Trevisano fighting for it here as an icing will be called on the Tigers with 9:56 left to go in this second period. So icing will bring it back to the Strongsville Mustang zone. Daniel Lewis has been actually that'll bring it back to the Cleveland Heights zone, excuse me. So it's won by the Mustangs. Moduleski trying for a shot as it is deflected and up into the glove of Daniel Lewis. So that marks 9 saves so far for the senior goaltender. Lewis has been a little bit hot and cold this year for the Tigers, but so far he is 9 for 9 as the Mustangs trying to get on the board here. 9:45 left to go in this middle frame. The puck deflected behind the goal and all the way back out to Moduleski. Back out to center goes Zwarkowski as he couldn't control the puck, but picked up by Moduleski on the far side. Weaving in there, it's a 1-on-3, but a save there off the pad of Daniel Lewis as it's a diagonal pass there, gets away from the Mustangs. Control that center. Ned Trevisano there dumps it into the zone behind the net, tries to chase it himself. 9:14 left to go in the second period. Nearly controlled by Vance Holland there for the Tigers, but picked up by Moduleski on defense for the Mustangs. Moduleski dumps that one forward into the Tigers zone, picked up by Braden Rink, the sophomore. As the Mustangs will only get it as far as the far corner for the Tigers. Picked up Braden Rink there. Tries to get it to the near side for Deckard Mann and Vince Holland as well. Picked up by Braden Rink again. At his own blue line, the pass for Trevisano a bit too far and out of his own reach. Jared Normans is there on the far corner for the Mustangs, but Deckard Mann lofts that one away and tries to clear it for the Tigers. Now back out to center for the Mustangs. Shot coming, Devin Martineau deflected away and now cleared by the Tigers. That one was Vince Holland as he hustles up, tries to get back to his own bench, but an icing will be called on the Tigers, so a line change coming with 8:19 left to go in this second period. So Daniel Lewis with 9 saves so far for the Tigers. This faceoff will come back out to the Cleveland Heights zone. Momentarily won by Logan Schramm, but deflected away by the Cleveland Heights Tigers defense. And back out to Moduleski. Kept it inside the zone nicely there as he sort of trapped it along his hip on the near boards. Schutte, the right winger, along the far boards, and controlled now in center. Logan Schramm has a chance here, deflected off of a skate of the Tigers, and dangerously in front of the net of Daniel Lewis. Rezebka to the near side. Justin Rink tries to pick it up as it's loose again near center, but deflected to the far corner, giving chase is Claude Lewis. Jake Schutte picks it up behind the net of Daniel Lewis. Justin Rink avoids the hand pass, picked up by the Mustangs. Nate Rajecki tries to just feebly throw it back towards the net as it is controlled by Cleveland Heights and Jake Rezebka. Ahead now for Cleveland Heights, deflected near the blue line. Dumping it back in is Nate Rajecki. The Mustangs controlling the puck pretty well here in this second period as it is deflected by Jake Rezebka in the Tigers zone. And trying for the pass was Rezebka to Eli Weisblatt, nearly taken away by Rajecki. Weisblatt very fast along the near side. The left-hander throws it in there and saved by Nick Harris for the Mustangs. Under 7 minutes left to go in this second period. And the Mustangs now control. Pass ahead for Nate Rajecki. From the right circle, his shot deflected, and it's right at the goal line. It's not in. And now the follow-up there for the Mustangs is good. Devin Martineau. What a sequence there as Daniel Lewis had the save, and it was perched an inch at most from the goal line. the Tigers swooped in there to try to save it, but it was deflected right out to Devin Martineau, and Martineau buried it for the Mustangs, so that'll make the score 2-1 with 6:42 left to go in this second period. The first big opportunity coming for the Mustangs here comes in this second period as Devin Martineau gets the Mustangs on the board. 2-1 now your score. Cleveland Heights, their lead cut in half. Controlled now by the Tigers. Ethan Quill is there. Vince Holland now controls. Will try to backhand it inside the Mustang zone. There is Deckard Mann at the blue line. His pass deflected. Now the Mustangs have it on a 2-on-1. And picking it up there is Schutte. Another shot coming and saved, just deflected away by Daniel Lewis. Deckard Mann deflects it off the near boards before being hit himself. Now Ned Trevisano picks up, crosses the blue line into his own zone. Now tries a shot, but it goes wide past the glove of Nick Harris. So Trevisano looking for that second goal as didn't even see it, but a delayed penalty coming on the Mustangs with 5:59 left to go in the second period. 2-1 Cleveland Heights leads. So that penalty will be assessed to Nate Dubsky, as actually two Mustangs are heading into the penalty box. 2 minutes already on the clock for a power play for the Tigers, but two Mustangs have entered the penalty box. So the Tigers will have a 5-on-4. That faceoff tried to be controlled by Justin Rink, but sent along to the near side. Picked up there by Weisblatt. Shot coming there, deflected away by Nick Harris. And it is indeed cleared by the Mustangs, picked up by Daniel Lewis. 1:40 left to go on the Cleveland Heights power play. Ahead now, Eli Weisblatt nearly tripped up there as no penalty on the Mustangs. 1:30 left to go on the power play. 5:30 left to go in this second period. Justin Rink is there behind his own net, picks it up in his own zone. Crosses the blue line now to the center circle. Now going to the left wing, trying to take it coast to coast was Justin Rink, but he had to deflect it away and out of the reach of Ned Trevisano, all the way back to Daniel Lewis. Lewis will guide that one to Trevisano. Ned Trevisano across the center line. Justin Rink there. Ned Trevisano tries to weave past his teammate, nearly saved, and it looked like it was almost gloved there by Nick Harris, but instead the puck is still loose. 53 seconds left to go on the power play, and the Mustangs clear it as far as the center line. Claude Lewis back out, the defenseman for the Tigers. The power play unit for the Tigers controlling it is Owen Lang to the near side for Eli Weisblatt. 38 seconds left to go. Puck deflected off the boards near Nick Harris in net, but couldn't be controlled by the Mustangs goaltender. 30 seconds left on the advantage for the Tigers. Puck tried to be cleared by the Mustangs off the glass, but not as far as the blue line. Still controlled and back out into the center zone is Justin Rink. His pass is nearly deflected, and fighting for it inside the Cleveland Heights zone. That was Jake Schutte, but no opportunity for the Mustangs. 5 seconds left to go on the advantage. Justin Rink on the near side goes down as this puck is controlled now by Schramm. The center taking it himself, tried to weave around the defense of Claude Lewis, but that puck goes harmlessly into the corner with 3:50 left to go in this second period. That puck deflected up and into the air and actually out of play. So a faceoff will be coming from the Cleveland Heights zone with 3:47 left to go in this second period. Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 over the Strongsville Mustangs. Taking this faceoff will be Ned Trevisano, but won there by Nate Dubsky for the Mustangs. Dubsky nearly had a chance there out in front of the net, but picked up by Ned Trevisano. Trevisano gains the zone. No, he does not. He was offside. So that faceoff will come back out to center with 3:37 left to go in this middle frame. So the first period was all Cleveland Heights, with the advantage being 2-0. The Mustangs fighting back here in this second period as they fought up a couple of penalties and were able to get up onto the scoreboard so far here in this second period. So controlling it at center was Deckard Mann. Vince Holland now chasing it all the way back to the Tigers' blue line. Controlled there by Braden Rink and Ned Trevisano. Vince Holland now will dump it inside the Mustang zone. 3:14 left to go. That puck deflects off the back of the net of Nick Harris, and a wraparound pass there couldn't be controlled by the Tigers. Back out to the blue line. Braden Rink dumps it in. Ned Trevisano, slap shot coming. It's low and deflected away and saved by Nick Harris. Tigers regain possession momentarily as it is sent along to center by the Mustangs. Deckard Mahan along the far boards as it's picked up by Trevisano before he is planted onto the ice. 2:36 left to go in this second period. The score 2-1, Cleveland Heights holding the 1-goal advantage. Controlled at the end line for the Mustangs. Cam Moduleski now across, intended for Ryan Sutz rather. Couldn't be controlled by the Mustangs. Back out there, Eli Weisblatt on the near boards fighting for it, as is Justin Rink. Deflected back out. Sutz will reverse it with 2:10 left to go in the second period. The puck behind the Tigers zone. Deckard Mann tried to clear it, but only got it as far as the center line. Braden Rink now picks it up and to the near side. Back out there is Justin Rink. That first line back out there for the Tigers. Shot coming from Rink. It's a high one and into the chest of Nick Harris. So another save coming from the goaltender of the Strongsville Mustangs. A couple of line changes coming on for both teams. Taking this faceoff will be Justin Rink for the Tigers. He was matched up there with Logan Schramm. Both teams' first lines back out there. The starting five for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. That puck deflected to the near corner of the Mustang zone. 1:38 left to go in this second period. Puck goes behind Nick Harris and controlled. Moduleski to the near side. In there fighting for it is Nate Rajecki. Now it goes out to center. Controlling it is Logan Schramm. He's got a chance. It's a 2-on-2. The pass coming, and what a save by Daniel Lewis. That shot was from Jake Schutte. And a great save by Daniel Lewis as he was on the near side. Logan Schramm had it, but then Daniel Lewis had to immediately go back from his left side to his right side. A great kick save with the left blocker, with the left pad. 52 seconds left to go in this second period. And it is now controlled by the Tigers. Justin Rink picks up, he gains the zone. Now pass to Ned Trevisano, the shot coming, and it's a great save by Nick Harris. What a save there from the Strongsville Mustangs goalie. It was a 2-on-1 developing. Owen Lang picked it up, came down the left side, gained the zone, backhanded a pass to Ned Trevisano. But with 42.8 seconds left to go in the period, a great save from Nick Harris and the Mustangs. So a faceoff coming from the Mustang zone. Owen Lang in there for the Tigers, but it is won by the Mustangs. Martineau picked it up, now to the blue line. Logan Schramm along the center. It's 3-on-3 here. Schramm tries a shot, just barely deflected away by Daniel Lewis with 26 seconds left to go in the period. Now the Tigers control Trevisano on the far boards. Wanted to clear it, but Logan Schramm controls. 19 seconds left to go. Coming to the near side is Moduleski. A shot coming there, sails wide. A good idea from Moduleski on the near side, but back in front for the Mustangs. They had a chance there. It was Ryan Sutz with 4 seconds left to go. Ned Trevisano giving chase at center as time will expire here in this second period. A lot of great opportunities there for the Strongsville Mustangs as they cut the deficit to 1 goal. It's now 2-1 after 2 periods of play here at the Cleveland Heights Community Center. So that now brings you inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report. Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 so far after 2 periods of play here in this Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League game from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here at HeightsTigers.com. Nova Title Agency, Panini's Coventry. Get 10% off any game day food purchase at Panini's Coventry. Order today. Also visit the Wine Spot, the New Heights Grill, as well as Cleveland Heights Dental. Visit ClevelandHeightsDental.com. They accept all forms of insurance and Medicaid. So be sure to check out ClevelandHeightsDental.com. You are now inside the Nova Title Agency Intermission Report. Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 over the Strongsville Mustangs. Daniel Lewis in goal for the Tigers with 9 saves, only allowing 1 goal so far for the Tigers. As with 11 minutes out on the clock and the Zamboni coming back out onto the ice, we will take a quick break here at HeightsTigers.com and be back with you with third period action in this Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League game. We are back here at the Cleveland Heights Community Center inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report as the Mustangs have just come back out onto the ice with about a minute left to go in this intermission. The Cleveland Heights Tigers are leading 2-1 here at home over the Mustangs of Strongsville. Cleveland Heights getting 2 on the board in that first period for the Tigers, both of which coming in about a 35-40 second interval. Ned Trevisano scored for the Tigers at the 13:57 mark. That one assisted by Owen Lang, and then Justin Rink followed it up about 35 seconds later as he was assisted by Justin Rink scored that goal. He was assisted by Owen Lang and Ned Trevisano. That one coming at the 14:27 mark. In that second period, Devin Martineau scored it for the Mustangs as he cut the deficit in half for the Mustangs. Martineau scored that goal as he was assisted by Jake Schutte as well as number 16, Nate Rajecki. Both teams back out onto the ice as Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 the first line. And the starters back out for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Daniel Lewis with 13 saves so far for the Cleveland Heights Tigers, as well as Nick Harris posting 15 total saves for the Mustangs and 2 goals allowed. So the face-off at the center circle, won there by Justin Rink, but back into the Strongsville Mustangs zone. Picked up there by Schutte, coming across the blue line into the Tiger zone. Play now just underway in this third period. The score 2-1, Cleveland Heights leading. That shot from Logan Schramm deflected away and nearly controlled by Eli Weisblatt, but now Justin Rink giving chase on defense over to Jake Schutte on the near side. Tries to dump it into the Cleveland Heights zone. Can only be controlled as far as the blue line, nearly offside there, but Rzepka for Cleveland Heights backhands it forward towards the blue line, controlled by the Mustangs. Now an opportunity coming as that one deflected away on defense for the Mustangs. Shot coming there goes just wide. That one coming from Nate Rajecki. 14:08 left to go in this third period. On to the near side, Devin Martineau controls back behind the cage. Shot coming from the Mustangs, nearly scoring was Nate Rajecki. A dangerous pass in front from the Mustangs. Rajecki tried the little backhander to try to catch Daniel Lewis off guard, but that will be the first save of the period for Daniel Lewis, coming with 13:46 left to go in this third period. Schutte tries to control at center, but now back into the Mustang zone. Back there is Nate Rajecki on defense, circling around behind his own net. Giving chase is Ned Trevisano, and that one just lazily thrown back into the Cleveland Heights zone. No icing called, so Deckard Mann will pick it up. 13:22 left to go. The puck forward for Cleveland Heights, deflected away on defense. That one deflected by Logan Schramm. Now Deckard Mann back across his own blue line and in and out of the control of the Tigers. So back the other way is Jared Normant into the near corner, and Deckard Mann comes flying in, and a big hit coming on the near boards. 13 minutes left to go here from Cleveland Heights Community Center. The Tigers controlling along the far boards. Chasing it and held up there at the blue line. Ned Trevisano, the puck comes loose for the Mustangs. Jared Normant to the near side. Tries to angle it off the boards, but picked up by Deckard Mann. Ethan Quill on the near side. Cam Modelewski in his own zone inside the corner. Kyle Swarkowski couldn't control it for the Mustangs. 12:25 left to go. As losing a stick there was Ethan Quill, but kicking it to the near side. Regained by the Tigers. Ned Trevisano had it for a moment out front, but now picked up by the Mustangs. They've got numbers. Nate Dubsky coming the other way as he tries to dangle that one and delay for his teammate, but the puck lost control by the Mustangs. Back out, Swarkowski looking for a shot. Back out to the blue line. Low slap shot coming there, deflected away. That shot coming from Martineau, and a good save by Daniel Lewis. So the Mustangs now, Nate Dubsky at center, dumps it into the Cleveland Heights zone and then heads off for a line change. 11:45 left to go in this third period. Cleveland Heights holding on to a 1-goal lead. Now back the other way is Owen Lang for Cleveland Heights. Dumps it into the near corner. Now he'll give chase. Justin Rink is over there along the far boards. The puck is held up. And back out to center. Eli Weisblatt tried to dump it in, but now he'll control. He's going to try to advance it 1 versus 3. But now to the near boards, loses control, picked up by Justin Rink, circling in there, tried for a centering pass for Owen Lang, but deflected away. Claude Lewis had it at the blue line, and now it's a man advantage coming for the Mustangs as an offsides. Looks like it will be called on the Mustangs. 11:06 left to go in this third period. Not sure if I saw that offsides, but nonetheless, that this faceoff will come back out to the center zone. Owen Lang in there on the faceoff. Won by the Tigers and dumped into the Mustang zone. Modoleski controls, now reverses. Nate Rajecki on the far boards, now controlled by the Tigers. Eli Weisblatt trying to go through the legs of Cam Modoleski, but controlled by Modoleski, and good stick work there in his own zone. Ahead now for the Mustangs, it's a 2-on-2 developing. Picking this one up is Zworkowski, shot going wide and into the near corner. 10:30 left to go in this final period. Rzepka fighting for it inside his own zone on defense. And now the pass errant, it goes away from Devin Martineau at his own blue line and all the way back behind the cage of Nick Harris. So Modoleski back to Martineau. Ahead now to Jake Schutte. The first line back out for the Mustangs. Schutte, poke check from behind coming from Ned Trevisano. Schutte goes down in a heap on the near boards, but the puck is loose, picked up by Ned Trevisano. And good poke check as it's regained by Trevisano. He tried to go to that backhand, but not there as he lost control of the puck. It'll be picked up by Ethan Quill for a moment, given back over to Ned Trevisano. Trevisano has been working hard tonight for the Tigers. 9:45 left to go in this third period. Controlled by the Strongsville Mustangs. Jake Schutte now in the offensive zone. He swings one wide as it just goes past Daniel Lewis. 9:34 left to go. As now it's an open puck picked up by Claude Lewis. Lewis in a 1-on-2, could be a 2-on-2 developing, just floats that one past Nick Harris as Claude Lewis couldn't get a whole lot on it. 9:22 left to go. The Mustangs back the other way as it's dumped into the far corner. That one there by Ryan Sutz. 9:07 left to go in this third period. Puck goes only as far as center for the Tigers. Jared Norman dumps it back in for Strongsville. 8:55 left to go. Cleveland Heights still leading 2-1 so far as we near the halfway point of this third period. And looks like an icing will be called on the Tigers, so that one will come back out to the zone of Daniel Lewis. Back into the offensive zone for the Strongsville Mustangs. The score 2-1 here in this third period. And now the face-off won by the Mustangs, kept in near the blue line and lofted dangerously in front by the Mustangs. Puck fought for in the corner. Now getting tripped up by the Mustangs, picked up by Owen Lang. He wants a diagonal pass to Eli Weisblatt. Couldn't be controlled there. Back out to center, fighting for it was Lang. Back out to Deckard Mann. Will have to go and retrieve it in the near corner of his own zone. Justin Rink now angles that one as it's picked up by Owen Lang. Good move there by Owen Lang as he tries to control. Two defenders go racing by him. Shot is deflected high up off the glass of the near corner and trying to be controlled by Eli Weisblatt, kept in by Deckard Mann. Nicely done there for the Tigers as he evades the offsides. 7:56 left to go in this third period. Justin Rink fighting for the puck near the circles. Eli Weisblatt there as well, controlled by the Mustangs as Ryan Sutz couldn't control it on the near side, and it will be an offside there as the puck just went out of the zone there for Owen Lang. Lang with very good stick work, just couldn't control it and keep it inside the zone as it just barely, maybe an inch or two past that blue line. So offsides will be called on the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 here in this third period. 7:42 left. Face-off won by the Mustangs over Ned Trevisano. So it's that first line. Jake Schutte back out there for the Mustangs. Claude Lewis in the corner. escapes the double team, gives it over to Ned Trevisano. It's a 2-on-2 developing for Trevisano, has it poked away. Well done there by the center, defensive captain Devin Martineau for the Mustangs. As Logan Schramm was hit hard there in the center. Puck controlled by Cleveland Heights, 7:07 left to go. Past the halfway point, Ethan Quill looked to control it in the Mustang zone. As the puck now past the end line, losing his stick was Ned Trevisano, kicking it forward to Ethan Quill, but couldn't be picked up. A shot there again from Ethan Quill, saved by Nick Harris. The puck all the way to the near side. Nate Rzepka tried to just punch it forward, but picked up by the Mustangs. Jake Schutte has it. Ahead now is Logan Schramm, the center. He's delaying his shot, deflected up and out of play off the high net. 6:34 left to go. Well done on the recovery there on defense for the Tigers. So it will be a face-off on the near circle of the Cleveland Heights zone. 6:34 left to go. The Cleveland Heights Tigers holding on to a 1-goal lead. Owen Lang wins that face-off back over to Deckard Mann. And now controlling was Justin Rink. Ahead now to Owen Lang. He gains the zone. It's a 2-on-2, but his pass deflected. His pass intended for Eli Weisblatt. The Mustangs pick it up behind their own end line. And now an errant pass gives it right back to the Tigers, picked up by Eli Weisblatt. To the center now, Owen Lang shoots, a great save by Nick Harris. Lang launched that one low and right into the midsection of Nick Harris. A good save for the Mustangs. 6:06 left to go in the third period. Cleveland Heights leading 2-1 here at home. So it'll be a face-off from the far circle. Eli Weisblatt can't control that one. Moduleski for the Mustangs on the near side. Back intended for Logan Schramm past the blue line, but it's out of his reach and will sail all the way down past Daniel Lewis for an icing. So it'll come back to the Mustang zone. 5:56 left to go here at the Cleveland Heights Community Center. Cleveland Heights looking to improve their conference record to 5-4 tonight if they can hold on against the Strongsville Mustangs. So that puck floated past Nick Harris, picked up by the Mustangs. It is Devin Martineau. Martineau ahead now. Gaining the zone are the Mustangs, as Martineau will just have to dump it back in. Back out to center. Picking this one up is Justin Rink. He's going 1-on-2, loses the puck. He maybe wanted to get that one to Owen Lang, but it is controlled by Moduleski on defense for the Mustangs. He reverses and will pass it along behind the cage, intended for Devin Martineau. And it's taken away by the Tigers. Weisblatt for a moment had an opportunity there, but it'll be covered up by Nick Harris with 5:16 left to go in the third period. So full line changes coming for both teams, it looks like. The face-off for the Tigers will be taken by Ned Trevisano. And the face-off for the Mustangs taken by Logan Schramm, and as he wins that one for the Mustangs. Controlled on defense. Long angle pass there intended for Schutte. Schutte takes it to the near side, launches a shot there as it is saved away by Daniel Lewis. 4:57 left to go in the third period. Puck fought for in the far corner along the far boards, nearly picked up and controlled, and it is now by Claude Lewis on defense there for the Tigers. Now pass intended for Cannon Coker on the near side will be thrown up and into the near corner. 4:38 left to go in this third period. 2-1 is now your score here from Cleveland Heights. Jake Schutte, his pass deflected off of the skate of Trevisano back into the Mustang zone. Devin Martineau picks up on the near side. Schutte is there as well. Trevisano on defense. So back near the blue line, it's picked up by the Mustangs. Taking it the other way, Martineau. He gains the zone across the blue line. Gives it over to Schramm. His shot deflected off of a skate and cleared away by the Tigers with 4:08 left to go in the third period. Back to retrieve it, Jared Norman for the Mustangs. 4 minutes left to go. Passes this one ahead to Nate Dubsky before it is deflected away by Nate Trevisano and regained by Rzepka. Controlling at center only for a moment was Owen Lang. 3:48 left to go in this third period. Jake Schutte back the other way for the Mustangs, dumps it into the zone. Claude Lewis controls. He will play it off the boards on the near side to Ned Trevisano. Back out to center, controlling it is Logan Schramm in his own zone. So the Mustangs trying to get some puck movement going on. 3:28 left to go in this third period. Kyle Swarkowski gives it away as the Tigers control it. Justin Rink had it for just a moment, but lost the puck and hit and fell to the ice, did Justin Rink. 3:15 left to go in this third period. The puck still in the Mustang zone as it's picked up by Justin Rink. Past that end line, he reverses, looking for a man to pass to. Back out to the blue line, Owen Lang passes it in front, nearly deflected in off the skate of Ned Trevisano. 2:57 left to go. A great opportunity for the Tigers goes amiss. Braden Rink at the blue line, trying to control it as it's dumped in all the way to Ned Trevisano. He's going to try to weave around as he stops on a dime and looks for a man to pass to. Justin Rink now along the far boards, weaves through a defender as the Tigers lose the zone though, however, and a pass deflected away. Nate Dubsky is there fighting for it on the near boards. He gets past Deckard Mann, and Justin Rink will try to pick up in his own defensive zone. 2:25 left to go here in the third period. Cleveland Heights now clear it through center as it will be retrieved by Devin Martineau. 2:16 left to go here in the third period. Cam Moduleski in his own zone. He's now double teamed. Will have to pass it off. Martineau at his own end line. 2:07 left to go now. Martineau controlling ahead. Big pass forward there, just past the reach of Nate Dubsky. So it will go past the end line and retrieved by Deckard Mann for the Tigers. 1:50 left to go in the third period. Controlled now at the blue line. Slap shot coming and nearly deflected, and the Mustangs score with 1:45 left to go. Couldn't see who it was, but the Mustangs gain the equalizer 2-2 with 1:45. That shot coming from Kyle Zorkowski was deflected in front and just past Daniel Lewis. So it's a whole new ball game with 1:45 left to go here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. The Mustangs have new life here with 1:45 left to go. Face-off won by the Tigers, controlled by Rzepka. Back into the Mustang zone. Devin Martineau tries to loft that one forward. 90 seconds left to go here in this third period. The Mustangs with a lot of energy here, but Claude Lewis controls in the near corner, picked up by Weisblatt. Make that Justin Rink. He's coming forward to center. Controls now as he's got 1:20 to work with. To the near side there on defense was Devin Martineau. The puck's still loose in the near corner. Owen Lang trying to retrieve it for the Tigers as it's picked up by the Mustangs. Diagonal pass from Martineau. Ahead now, taking this one is Rajecki. Wanted the shot. Now he'll throw it on goal as it's an open opportunity for the Mustangs. Daniel Lewis dangerously saves that one away. The score remains 2-2. 55 seconds left to go. The puck picked up at center. Taking it the other way, Ned Trevisano looking for a man to pass to. He's got Owen Lang streaking center, but that pass deflected away and actually regained by Lang near the blue line. The Mustangs have a chance here with 40 seconds. Just barely poked away by Owen Lang. He gains the zone. As he's got 33 seconds, we'll dump it in for the Tigers. Moduleski there on defense. Swings it around to the far boards. Claude Lewis dumps that one back. 25 seconds left to go in the game. Centering pass there. Shot from the Tigers. No good. Another shot coming from Rzepka on edge as a shot was just nearly missed by Trevisano. 15 seconds left to go now. The Mustangs have another chance at the blue line. They gain the zone. It is Schutte at the blue line. 8 seconds left to go now, as the Mustangs will dump it in and it will go around. So 2 seconds left to go here in regulation. A last second save for Daniel Lewis. So the score now tied 2-2 at the conclusion of regulation. What a crazy pace the final 2 minutes were here from Cleveland Heights. Still didn't see exactly who scored that goal for the Mustangs. We'll try to get that one to you shortly. But it was off of a deflection, no matter what. But nonetheless, Cleveland Heights and Strongsville are tied at 2 here at the end of regulation. So that means you're inside the Nova Title Agency intermission report. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here at HeightsTigers.com. Nova Title Agency, as well as Panini's Coventry. Get 10% off any game day food purchase at Panini's Coventry today, as well as the New Heights Grill. Cleveland Heights Dental. Visit www.clehheightsdental.com. They accept all forms of insurance and Medicaid. Give them a call or visit their website, Cleveland Heights Dental. So trying to track down who that goal was for the Mustangs. The initial shot looked like it came from Martineau. But now there are 8 minutes on the clock as the Tigers and the Mustangs look like they will be headed for overtime. Take a quick 30-second timeout here on HeightsTigers.com. Your score 2-2 as we head into overtime. So it's bonus hockey action here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. 8 minutes on the clock. I repeat, 8 minutes on the clock. Here, OHSAA overtime rules in high school hockey. As the first opportunity of the overtime coming for the Mustangs. Nate Rajecki controlled into the zone, but deflected away there. Centering pass goes wide. 7:40 left to go on the overtime. It's picked up by Devin Martineau in the near corner of the zone for the Mustangs. Martineau fighting for it there, gives it over to Logan Schramm. Schramm weaving through the defense as it's deflected away. Rzepka there for Cleveland Heights trying to retrieve it. 7:22 left to go as Cleveland Heights wanted a penalty there in the defensive zone, but none coming. So it's still even strength 5-5. Claude Lewis fighting on defense for Cleveland Heights. 7 minutes and 10 seconds left to go. Back out to the blue line. Moduleski has his pass deflected and up into the air of the near corner. Picked up there by Justin Rink and played along the near boards all the way back down to the Strongsville zone. That'll go as an icing. 6:59 left to go. Here in the overtime, Cleveland Heights and Strongsville tied at 2. So it'll be a face-off in the Cleveland Heights Tigers zone. Taking this face-off will be Ned Trevisano. It's won by Trevisano and back to Deckard Mann. He will play that one to his fellow defenseman, Vince Holland, and back over towards Deckard Mann. So on the near boards of the Cleveland Heights zone, it's picked up by Ned Trevisano. Trevisano back the other way, trying to weave past. He's already got a goal to his name, deflected out in front and picked up by Strongsville. Zwarkowski coming the other way now. He's going to try to take on the whole defense himself, stops on a dime, tries to reverse, but taken away by Deckard Mann. 6:28 left to go in the overtime. Cleveland Heights and Strongsville tied at 2. Logan Schramm now controls for the Mustangs inside the zone for Cleveland Heights. Braden Rink now controlling it. Tigers will get a line change as heading off is Ethan Quill. Coming back on, Owen Lang for the Tigers. 6:08 left to go in the overtime. Lang nearly able to control there, but Jake Schutte will dump it into the Cleveland Heights zone. 6 minutes left to go in the overtime. Mustangs with a line change. Shot coming there, deflected away by Daniel Lewis. What a save off the left leg of Daniel Lewis. The puck goes bouncing through the zone back to the end line of the Mustangs. Now Eli Weisblatt will try to control it. It's past his stick on the far boards, but he will fight for it, nearly tripping up as Schutte will control it back now for the Mustangs. Pass in front, deflected away again. Well done by Daniel Lewis. 5:27 left to go. Back to the Mustang zone, Cam Moduleski. Now to center for Logan Schramm. Back to Schutte, gains the zone. Shot coming there, low and deflected again. Daniel Lewis, very good so far, 3 for 3 in this overtime. 5:10 left to go in the overtime period. Eli Weisblatt will control along the far boards. And now picked up by Justin Rink. Rink has it on it. He has it himself. He shoots just wide there, deflected away by Nick Harris. A sprawling save What a job there by Nick Harris for the Mustangs. So 4:46 left to go in the overtime. The score still tied 2-2. Justin Rink with the opportunity there for the Tigers. He was unchecked. He came in, gained the zone, but couldn't put the shot away. Owen Lang now quickly ahead as he is leveled there and loses the puck. But at center, Ned Trevisano is there to pick it up. He will try to weave through the defense, now gains the zone, and tried to weave past the defense again. But Justin Rink not there. A penalty coming. Looked like it might have been interference on Justin Rink. So the Mustangs have a chance, a shot on goal. 4:12 left to go. A penalty coming for interference on Cleveland Heights Tigers. So a face-off coming now as it's a 2-minute penalty on Justin Rink. Looks like a timeout will be called by the Strongsville Mustangs. 4:12 left to go in this overtime. 2-minute penalty on Justin Rink for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. Big opportunity here for the Mustangs. They tied it up with 1:45 left to go in that third period, off of a deflection in front of Daniel Lewis. And now looks like all the momentum is on the side of the Mustangs. So just about half of the remaining time here in this overtime, the Mustangs will be up one man as they'll have a 5-on-4, a 2-minute penalty for interference on the Tigers. Head coach Eddie Babcock's confident in his team. They stand at 13-10-1 so far on the season. Check that, they are 13-10-2. My apologies there, but they will look to become 14-10-2 and advance to 5-4 in conference play in their own division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League. If they can somehow pull this one out tonight here at home at the Cleveland Heights Community Center. We'd like to thank all of you for listening in here tonight as we're in overtime. The score tied between the Cleveland Heights Tigers and the Strongsville Mustangs. The score 2-2, 4 minutes left to go in the overtime. Controlling it is Logan Schramm behind Daniel Lewis. 1:45 left to go on the one-man advantage for the Mustangs. Moduleski behind for Devin Martineau. Martineau coming back to the center. Shot there is actually a fake shot there is picked up by Schutte. Schutte now down low to Schramm. Back over to Schutte. To Schramm, it's give and go. The puck goes wide and controlled now by Devin Martineau. Martineau at the point. Lofts one in there, just goes wide. 1:15 left to go as it is cleared by the Tigers. 3:26 left to go in the overtime. Score is still tied 2-2. Puck controlled by the Mustangs at their own blue line. Back over to Cam Moduleski, gains the zone. Coming in there and hacking away is Ned Trevisano. 3 minutes and 7 seconds left to go in the overtime. Schutte down low, looking for the center pass there to Schramm, but now instead will be reversed to Cam Moduleski. At the point now for Martineau. Martineau back over to Moduleski. Reverses, and the Mustangs lose the zone there. Moduleski's pass going wide, intended for Martineau. 35 seconds left to go on the advantage for the Mustangs. As Jake Schutte gains the zone, looking for a streaking teammate. Shot coming there from Nate Rajecki, no good, as it was deflected off the stick of a Cleveland Heights Tigers defender. Wrapping it around now was Rajecki. 15 seconds left to go on the power play kill for Cleveland Heights. Claude Lewis controls as the puck deflected up into the air to the far zones, up to the far board rather, and out of the zone. The Mustangs will have to regroup with only 5 seconds left to go on the power play. Cam Moduleski now, 2:10 left to go in the game as the Tigers now back to full strength as the penalty expires. A shot going wide and off the boards on the near side, picked up by Cleveland Heights. Owen Lang rather on the near side, picked up. It's taken by Justin Rink to the center. Owen Lang shoots. It is saved there by Nick Harris. What a save by the goaltender for the Mustangs as Owen Lang kind of spun in there. It was picked up by Rink and sort of lofted in there for Owen Lang. A timeout is called with 1:55 left to go in the overtime period. Your score 2-2. Cleveland Heights successfully fighting off that penalty, as it was 2 minutes for interference. Head coach Eddie Babcock will call a timeout with 1:55 left to go. So a lot at stake tonight here at the Cleveland Heights Community Center, as it's a showdown of Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League in the Red Northeast Division. Cleveland Heights standing at 4-4. And the Red Central, the Strongsville Mustangs, standing at 5-4. So the Tigers, with only 3 regular season games left, they play tonight, obviously against the Strongsville Mustangs. They'll be back in action January 31st against Rocky River. And then February 3rd, they will head over to Kent State, where they will play Hudson. Hudson in the division, the Red Northeast Division of the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League, just below the Cleveland Heights Tigers at 3-4-1. So coming out of the timeout now, it is the Owen Lang line. Owen Lang, Ned Trevisano, Justin Rink, and then on defense for the Tigers, Jake Rzepka, as well as Claude Lewis. Ned Trevisano will take this face-off. 1:55 left to go in the overtime. It's won by the Mustangs and controlled to the far boards by Logan Schramm. Schramm nearly loses it, as on defense there is Owen Lang, comes swooping in, controlled by Ned Trevisano only for a moment now, as the Mustangs will try to get their offense headed the other direction. Jared Norman, 1:36 left to go. Norman takes a shot, glove save by Daniel Lewis. What a save. Boy, it looked like that one was headed for the twine, as it was a shot from Jared Norman, destined for the top right corner, but a beautiful glove save by Daniel Lewis. So the face-off back out to the near circle, won by the Tigers. Claude Lewis over to Ned Trevisano, as Lewis wants to clear it, gets it as far as Owen Lang. Lang picks it up with 1:20 left to go. Back over to Trevisano to the far side. He will play it off the boards to himself, looking to center it. Trevisano going to try to wrap it around. He stops behind the net as pass to Lang. Lang ahead now, just out of the reach of Justin Rink. Nate Rzepka is there with 1:05 left to go in the overtime period. Centering pass there, nearly controlled and taken away now by Owen Lang to Ned Trevisano. Trevisano throws one back in front. 55 seconds left to go. Cleared by the Mustangs. Back out to Claude Lewis at center. Picked up by Justin Rink, who dumps it in. 45 seconds left to go in the overtime. Trevisano giving chase to the near side. It's picked up by Martineau for the Mustangs. Now back the other way. Owen Lang puts a shot on net, as it is deflected and picked up and saved by Nick Harris. So the Tigers with plenty of opportunities here since the timeout called by head coach Eddie Babcock. 33.9 seconds remaining. Face-off won by the Mustangs of Strongsville. Deflected back out to center, as it's now a breakaway for the Mustangs. The puck just out of the reach, and actually will be called an icing, so the Tigers dodging a bullet there. Ryan Sutz looked like he had an opportunity as it bounced off of the boards in the center zone, but Sutz couldn't catch up to it and was called as an icing against the Tigers. Against the Mustangs, rather. So it'll head back to the Mustangs zone. Ned Trevisano in there, wins it. Owen Lang tries a shot as it's deflected up and off the netting with 21.1 seconds left. Score still tied here in this overtime period. 21.1 seconds left. That faceoff won out to Moduleski as it's thrown along the near boards. Owen Lang's going to pick it up for the Tigers. He's got 13 seconds left now, 12 seconds, and taken away by the Mustangs, sent to the center. The Mustangs will have one last chance. Schutte takes a shot low and deflected away with 4 seconds left to go. Back out in front for the Mustangs, 1 second that will expire for the overtime, as the score will now be 2-2 as Cleveland Heights and the Mustangs of Strongsville High School will end this one actually in a draw. So the Tigers and the Mustangs with a very evenly matched game with a minute and 45 seconds left to go. The Mustangs equalizing the score, making it 2-2. You know what that means. You're now inside the Nova Title Agency post-game show as the Tigers and the Mustangs end in a 2-2 draw. So the Tigers of Cleveland Heights will now post a record of 13-10-3 so far this season. They've got 2 more regular season games, as the Mustangs of Strongsville will now have a record of 17-9-2. We will get you some final stats here momentarily inside the Nova Title Agency post-game show. We'd like to thank all of our sponsors here at HeightsTigers.com. We'd like to thank Nova Title Agency, of course, Heights, the new Heights Grill, Cleveland Heights Dental. Visit www.cleheightsdental.com. They accept all forms of insurance as well as Medicaid. So now, So now you're inside the Nova Title Agency post-game show. We'll bring you some final stats here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. Your final score, it's a draw here tonight, 2-2. Your Cleveland Heights Tigers tying the Mustangs of Strongsville. And so 2 goals coming for Cleveland Heights in that first period. That first goal coming from Ned Trevisano at the 13:57 mark. That assisted from Owen Lang. And then just 35 seconds later at the 14:27 mark, Justin Rink scoring that goal. That goal assisted by Owen Lang as well as Ned Trevisano. So that ended the first period scoring for the Cleveland Heights Tigers. But then it was all the Mustangs after that first period. So after a 2-0 start for Cleveland Heights, the Mustangs gained 1 back in the second period, as that goal was scored by Kyle Zwarkowski. Actually, check that. That was by Devin Martineau in the second period, making the score 2-1. At the end of the second period, that goal assisted by Jake Schutte as well as Nate Rajecki. That score would hold until about 1 minute and 45 seconds left to go in the third period, where Daniel Lewis had been strong all game, just let in a deflection from Nate Dubsky for the Strongsville Mustangs. That goal assisted by Nate Rajecki, and the shot coming from Kyle Zwarkowski. So the goals for the Cleveland Heights Tigers, not enough to do it, as Cleveland Heights had all the momentum in the first period, but the Strongsville Mustangs, as they fought back in that second and third period, a great job from the Mustangs as they fight to a draw with the Cleveland Heights Tigers. So now Cleveland Heights their record will now be 13-10-3, as the Strongsville Mustangs record will also be 17-9-2. So Cleveland Heights will be back in action January 31st. As we mentioned, back here at home, we'll have that live broadcast to you with the Rocky River High School Pirates, as then the Tigers will go on the road to finish off the regular season February 3rd against the Hudson High School Pirates as well from Kent State Ice Arena. So we'd like to thank all of our sponsors here inside the Nova Title Agency post-game show. Of course, Nova Title Agency and the New Heights Grill, Cleveland Heights Dental. Visit www.cleheightsdental.com. They accept all forms of insurance as well as Medicaid. And Panini's Coventry. Visit Panini's Coventry today. Get 10% off any game day food purchase. So your final score here from the Cleveland Heights Community Center. The Cleveland Heights Tigers jumped out to a 2-0 lead in that first period, but the Strongsville Mustangs fought back and fought hard to make it a 2-2 draw as the Tigers now look to finish up their regular season and advance in the Greater Cleveland High School Hockey League ranks. Their division record standing at 4-4-1 now, as they will have one more Conference League game. That game coming January 31st against the Rocky River Pirates. And then they will hopefully, the Tigers head coach Eddie Babcock and the Tigers will head into OHSAA high school hockey playoff action. We'd like to thank you all for listening in here tonight from Cleveland Heights Community Center, and hopefully you'll be back here January 31st as the Cleveland Heights Tigers are closing in. That's their penultimate game in the regular season against the Rocky River Pirates. We look forward to seeing you then, and until then, have a great night, everybody.